Good morning, everyone. It's Catherine from my hillside garden. Today we're going to work on transplanting some of these gem lettuce starts that we have. We're going to put them into plugs. I'm going to try to keep them on the smaller side before I start to acclimate them for outside. It's always good to have different kinds of lettuce and different size plants. So they hold very nicely in these plug trays. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them out more or less one by one and put them into each cell. Put them a little bit deeper than what they're growing. I have some potting soil in here. I used seed starter when I planted them, and since they've already gotten their true leaf, they should be fine in the potting soil. The one thing that I wanted to suggest when you use these trays, be sure that you have the under tray that makes them a little bit sturdier, because once you water the tray it becomes rather heavy, and the plastic of the cell tray, this part itself, is kind of flimsy, especially with all the soil and being wet from when you water. So that's kind of important to be sure that you have those. You used to be able, at least where I'm at in Northeast Pennsylvania, at the different nurseries that I have used, you used to get those flats, the trays, when you bought your seeds, your starts in the garden center. Well, last year they stopped giving them out. Now they make cardboard trays that you put your plants in and take home in. So if you have any of them, be sure you take care of them, otherwise you'll be buying them if you need them in the future. I can't blame the garden centers. How I've gotten a number of my, and when I talk about them, I'm talking about that part that you put your tray into. I've gotten a number of mine from going around and picking them out of the garbage. People, they buy their plants, they plant them, they throw out the pot. Well, most people will recycle the pots and the trays. That costs the nursery centers quite a bit of money, and I can't blame them for, wanting to not increase their prices for their plants. And also at the same time, that helps to decrease their cost. Everything goes up over time, and I know I try to support local businesses as much as I possibly can. So, and I also appreciate that they're doing what they can for the environment. At least you can compost your cardboard box, or you could reuse it for something else for storage wise. Like those boxes to me now will be really handy for my canned goods. I'll use those to help put them on the shelf, because I've been gifted a number of jars for canning, but they came without the boxes. And since I use the wire shelves in my pantry right now, I worry about the jars falling over, and those boxes will probably come in handy for helping to keep the boxes, the mason jars, more sturdy as we go along. For those of you that have never transplanted before, you always want to be sure to take your seedling by a leaf. Try not to take it by the stem, because it's very delicate and you can end up crushing it and then the plant will die. I'm using the end of a paintbrush because that's what I had handy. I'm just going in underneath each seedling, holding onto the leaf. I make a little drill or a hole, and then very gently with the end of the paintbrush, I'm just helping that in there and very gently putting soil around the edge. So I probably will do just the 2 more rows of the lettuce. We love lettuce here, so I want to be sure that we have a lot this year. So I'm going to do 2 more rows of the gem lettuce. Then I have the parsley. I'll do those. I'll prick all of those out and get them in here. And then whatever cells I have left in this tray, I will take out some more of the onions. So thank you for joining me today, just a little bit in the grow room. I know we're all really excited about getting out into the garden. We had 6 inches of snow yesterday. Today is the 5th of March, I think. So I'm not out in the yard again, but at least I can get my hands in the soil in the grow room. Give me a thumbs up if you like today's video. Ask me a question, leave me a comment. I always loved chatting with you. And I hope you'll do something that you enjoy today. Have a great day. Happy gardening.